P-51 Mustangs was one of two fighters used by the U.S. Army Air Force that had the range to fly from air bases from England to Berlin and then back. P-51 Mustang had incredible range due to the aerodynamics of its wing. It had what we call a lateral flow wing. Part of the wing where the air will go rises up was much farther back, and therefore by reducing the drag, you increase your fuel efficiency. Therefore, the plane had a longer range. It was one of the most utilized fighters because the United States was able to produce a lot of them. The Mustang outperformed the most common German fighter, the 109. The Mustang outperformed it in every single aspect except armament. In the beginning of World War II, our aerial doctrine was based around multi-role tactical fighters. These were embodied in twin-engine heavy fighters like the Bf-110, the I-29, the Beaufighter, and the Lightning. Aviation theorists believed that these planes would be the future. However, as the war continued, they figured that single-engine fighters were better because they were cheaper to build and they were easier to fly. One originated from an attack aircraft called the A-36 Apache. Basically, North America was originally given the order to create Curtiss P40. You know, one of their produce a plane that was designed from one of their rival companies. Aviation did not like this, so they basically said, okay, like, we'll create a new airframe design and we can get it in, and we can have them in less time. So they took their A-36 Apache, gave it a better Allison engine. Now, eventually they decided to put in a Rolls-Royce Merlin engine over the Allison because the Rolls-Royce had a supercharger which gave the Mustang a much better high altitude performance than with the Allison engine. And then eventually they would make more modifications, like adding machine guns. Therefore, the Mustang would have 6 50 cals instead of 4 50 cals. And also the addition of the bubble canopy in its definitive model, the P-51D. 51 can carry 12 rockets or like 1,000 pounds of bombs. Because remember, it was originally based off of an attack aircraft called the A-36, and you have a P-51 Mustang. P-51 Mustang was mostly used in the European theater, occasionally in Italy. It also notably served in the South Pacific theater, but not as often. In the beginning of their introduction, they were solely used. However, eventually, the 8th Air Force decided to use their Mustangs in a more tactical role by mostly fly as escorts or some sort of ground attack role. The Mustangs will fly 10 or 20 miles ahead of the bombers and attack the German aircraft while they were still on the ground. It's been iconicized, but it was also the second most produced fighter of World War II. It was mostly due to a lot of the best fighter squadrons in the United States flew P-51 Mustangs.